Hey everyone, it's Joe. Sunday the 13th of August on a lovely warm but breezy evening here in London. So after weeks of wet weather and unseasonably cold temperatures, seems like the weather's starting to warm up here. So you can see the garden's really lush. I mean, these bananas have grown so much. Really tall and beautiful leaves here. And we've got lots of corn. If I just zoom in here, you can see the sweet corn there developing nicely. So even though we've had some cold temperatures, I think some of the plants have really benefited from the lower temperatures and the rainfall. But my fig tree over here, my Dominico Toro, we've got loads of Braber, loads of main crop figs, but it's been a pretty bad year for figs in general, and that's mainly because they need really high temperatures to ripen the fruit and to make them nice and sweety and jammy. But we do have some Braber figs that I think are ready in the centre of the tree, so I'll pick them and show you them later. And hopefully in the coming weeks, as the temperatures do rise, we'll get to enjoying the main crop figs from this tree. So where should we start? I think we'll start with my, oh look, beautiful sunflower here, guys. Gorgeous. Lots of pollinating insects have visited this sunflower. As you can see here, we've got a pomegranate tree, but I'm actually going to send this one back because I noticed some root rot on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that on the bottom of the fruit, and I had placed it in the ground. As you can see, a big hole here, but I've taken it out because I don't want this if there's any fungal issues spreading to my other pomegranate tree which I grew from seed. So that's a bit of a shame. The nursery are going to send me another tree, so I'm hoping that one's going to be very healthy. That was a bit of a shame there, guys. So that's the pomegranate. Anyway, here's my papaya. Both of these were grown from seed. You can see they're doing really well, very healthy. I've been waiting weeks for these flower buds to open. I'm just wondering if they need a bit more high temperatures for them to open up. But in general, they're doing really well. Over to my pink guavas here. These really need repotting. I've been a bit lazy here, guys, but they're still doing pretty well. Chirimoya over here, grown from seed, lovely large leaves, nice and healthy. Got a smaller one here, a little bit crusty leaves here from the sun, but still pretty healthy. Figs, as I said, we have so much main crop on here. It's unbelievable, guys. So I'm really hoping that these will ripen off for me before the weather starts to get cold in the autumn. But as I said, we've got some main crop, Braber crop, some ripe ones in there, and some ripe ones ripening off. Got one over here. Okay, we'll move into the garden, and here's my pomegranate which I grew from seed. Beautiful healthy specimen here, and guess what, guys, I've got my first flower bud. That was a real surprise there, guys. So I mean, although it's late in the year, and I'm sure we're not going to get fruit from that, it's just showing that it's near to the age of fruiting for me, or is at the age of fruiting. You can see the trunk there, or multiple trunks. So a pretty good specimen. Really pleased. Especially that I grew this one from seed. So in the coming weeks, I'll give you guys an update on that. Over here is my tropical pink guava. I grew this one from seed. You can see the trunk here. Really funny shape, guys. Sort of leaning and peeling bark here. Beautiful. And this one is as tall as me. Very tall, healthy specimen. Tropical pink guava. We have some tomatoes here. They've just been hit by tomato blight. Sorry about the multi-cycle noise. So tomato's been hit by the tomato blight, but we do have some tomatoes here beginning to ripen off for me. So that's pretty cool. The bottom there. Then cherry tomatoes also ripening off at various stages, and that's also been attacked by tomato blight. Okay, this is my Pakistan mulberry. This is a green variety, or white Pakistan, sorry. Now, this was sold to me as a black Pakistan, but there was a fruit on it which dropped off, and it was a white Pakistan, so a bit of a shame. It was sold to me as a black and has turned out to be a white, but that's okay. In the ground there, really tall, as tall as the fence, and as you can see, doing really well. It's my banana here, my St. Helens hybrid. Beautiful, tall banana plant. Lovely leaves, as you can see. I'm doing extremely well. You can see here I've put some grass clippings here to feed the plant, and we've got a number of pups all around flourishing in this spot. Fig trees, this is my Signora in a pot. Bit of mottled leaves here. That's just due to the cold weather we've had, lots of rain as I said. But we've got some main crop figs here. That's a funny shape, guys. Over here, Spanish black in a large pot. This really needs to be put in the ground, but I've got no more space in the garden. I've already got Spanish black in the ground. So I'm probably going to sell this tree. But as you can see, we have a lot of main crop. So hopefully, if we continue to have some good weather now, these will ripen off. We'll walk around and have a look at the chilies in the raised bed. Can't remember what variety these are, but you can see some chilies here. Some nice long chilies. I'll put in my nice spicy dishes. And we've got some beetroot down here, which I need to harvest. And again, the corn doing amazingly well. Very tall, very tall. Okay, we'll walk over to my pineapple guavas. Down here is my Triumph, and it flowered profusely for me. I did a bit of cross-pollinating with my other pineapple guava varieties. You can see, I think they have set, but this doesn't seem to be swelling very well, and I think that's just due to being in the shade. But I'm not too concerned about that, as my larger variety, which has absolutely delicious fruits, the fruits are starting to set and swell there, so all over the tree. They're still flowering actually for me. Beautiful flowers. This is a huge tree, guys, as you can see, and hopefully we'll get some delicious large pineapple guavas in the autumn. You can see here we've got some more fruit sets, so that's pretty cool. We'll have a look at my pawpaw. This is the Allegheny. You can see the leaves are yellowing a bit there. I'm not sure if that's due to the excessive rainfall we've had, or maybe it's some type of deficiency. But I'm going to give it a feed probably later on today. So that's the Allegheny, and here is the Susquehanna. I'm not too sure about this Susquehanna, if it's got some type of disease. The leaves seem to be browning. Is that just being burnt by the sun? I'm not sure. And also the bark, a bit black there. So if you guys know anything about pawpaws, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Over here is my Oro Blanco fig in a large pot. Beautiful specimen, You can see here it's a striped variety. Oro Blanco means white gold. And these seem to be beginning to ripen off for me. So I can't wait to do a taste review on this particular variety. Over here is a loquat tree, an unknown variety. Lovely specimen. And it's got quite a bit of new growth. So doing well in this spot of the garden. Over here we have a Smith. Lots of main crop over here. But whether they'll be ready before it starts to get cold, I'm not too sure. Over here we have a Satsuma in a pot. And you can see it's really healthy. Green leaves. And flourishing for me. Now, surprise here, this is where my yuzu was planted. It died off in winter, which I was really shocked actually, because it was sold to me that it would survive basically because it was grafted on a flying dragon rootstock apparently. But that died off, and this is the rootstock that came back, and that doesn't look like a flying dragon to me. It looks more like a bitter orange, but still pretty cool that that's the rootstock survived, and I'll probably graft onto that, maybe a blood orange or something. We'll see. More motorcycles. Sorry guys. Some rosemary here. Lovely smell of the rosemary. Great for cooking lamb and other dishes. Over here is my mammoth pineapple guava, which I planted recently. And this is doing really well, guys. I mean, lots of new growth. And we do have some fruit sets, if I can show you. It's very hard to show you with the fruit looking, well, having the same colour as the leaves. But we've got fruit there, and they're starting to swell. Over here is my Sanguinello blood orange. And again, very healthy. Very, very healthy. It's just had a lot of rainwater. So that's probably why it's nice and green. And you can see fruit set all over. So 3 on this side. I think there's a couple. Oh, there's one up here and one down here. So I mean, we had a lot of flowers and a lot of fruit set, but the majority dropped off, which is absolutely normal for such a small tree. But hopefully these will get mature and I'll be able to do a taste review on that. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and we'll head over to my Prima Pawpaw, North American Pawpaw. And this has done so well over the summer. So much growth, as you can see. Beautiful specimen. No fruit, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that next year, as I can see a lot of signs that it's going to flower for me. You can see the buds, flower buds for next year. As I move this tree, you can see the Prima doing really well. I'm actually going to give this pineapple guava a heavy prune just to give the pawpaw more space. Okay, we'll move over to my Nikita's Gift. Hello Cooper, what are you up to? My Nikita's Gift persimmon. So much growth this tree's put on over the summer. Beautiful specimen, very healthy. As you can see, nice green foliage. This is the younger leaves here, very shiny. The older, it loses its shine. And this tree has flowered for me very late. So I doubt that these fruits, if they have set, will get to a large size for me to taste. But still, nonetheless, doing really well. I mean, we've got some, let me zoom in over here. See if I can show you the flowers. Bit of wind there. So there's the flowers there, guys. Totally different to my Japanese varieties, my Chocolatino and Rojo Brillante flowers. I think maybe because this is a hybrid between the American persimmon and the Japanese. We've got some more flowers here, as you can see. So that's the Nikita's Gift. my jujubes. Guys, it's been a terrible year for jujubes due to the cold weather. So I've had hundreds of flowers, still flowering now, all over the tree. But because of the low temperatures, none of them are set. It's such a shame. So this is my unknown variety. Now, they both have put on a lot of growth, as you can see. But unfortunately, no fruit. So we'll just have to wait for next year. Hopefully we won't get a year like, a summer like we've had this year, next year. But beautiful specimens here, guys. The jujubes. Okay. Let's have a look at my olive tree here. I gave it a heavy prune earlier on in the year, and you can see it's bushed out nicely. Beautiful tree. I'm going to have to prune off all these suckers there, but a very healthy olive tree. Over here is my Roseanne loquat. Lots of new growth, very, very healthy, and I'm hoping that this will flower and fruit for me, and I'll get to taste my first Roseanne loquats. Over to my in-ground persimmons. I've just shown you my Nikita's gift, but this is my Rojo Brillante. And as you guys may remember last year, the center of the tree has snapped due to the weight of the fruit. But you can see we've got a lot of new growth there, multiple branches there, or multiple shoots. So we have to do a bit of pruning there. But we also have quite a bit of fruit. Even though we've had a lot of fruit drop, we still have a lot of fruit set. I mean, all over this tree, we have lots of fruit. So very, very positive. Maybe the cooler weather has done this tree some good. But as you can see, lots of fruit on the Rojo Brillante all over. So I can't wait to taste these in the autumn. And then over here we have the Chocolatino. Now the Chocolatino, this is the first year that has produced so much persimmons. I mean, we've had tons of fruit drop, but still, as I zoom in, if you guys can see that, we have so much fruit on here. So I'm really looking forward to getting to taste this fruit and do a video for you guys once it's time to taste these. So we'll zoom out there. And behind that, we have the Spanish black fig tree. I'm gonna zoom in because we have literally hundreds of figs on here. And this is one of my favorite varieties of figs, guys. I'm gonna get a little bit closer and show you. All right, guys, so we're up on top of my shed. And we're gonna have a closer look at the Spanish black figs. As you can see, the tree is laden with fruit everywhere you look. They're actually quite a good size. So hoping that these will ripen off probably by end of September, maybe early October, and I'll get to give a taste review. As I said, these are very, very good figs, a really good variety, quite resistant to rain and resistant to splitting, and a very delicious fig. So that's the Spanish black. This is the other side of the Chocolatino persimmon tree here, guys. As you can see, covered in fruit all over. Now, should I do some thinning? I'm not sure because it's still dropped fruit. So maybe I'll wait a few more weeks. But yeah, covered in fruit. So there you go, guys. It's just an update on my garden, on the fruit trees, how well they're doing. Some are doing better than others, but I'm very happy. Alright guys, if you've liked this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate you subscribing.